Welcome to Fatigue Happy, the channel where I share some of the ideas that have helped me in my chronic illness, and hopefully they can help you too. Today I am going to share some of the thoughts that I have on gathering a support group and why that's so important when you have a chronic illness. By support group, I don't mean AA. I mean, unless you need the support group of AA, then go ahead and do that. But really what I'm talking about is people in your life that can help you in the middle of the night if you have an emergency, need to go to the hospital run, or there's something that's going on and you need some help with your children that day, or if you don't have energy to clean your house, maybe somebody who can come over and help you clean your house, or who might be willing to come over and cook dinner once a week. Those kind of people. And I suppose it depends on how debilitating your illness is. It could be essential to gather a support group. But Christy, I don't want other people to be involved in my personal business. Okay, I understand that it can be incredibly invasive to have somebody in your home, and especially if they're not necessarily family but just friends or even neighbors. That can be kind of a scary thing to let somebody in your life like that. But depending on your illness, you're probably going to see at least one person take up some of your slack. For example, that person in my life was my husband. When I ceased to function on a normal basis, my husband was the one that had to pick up all of the pieces for me. So as much of a superhero to me as he is, he just couldn't do everything, and I eventually had to find some extra help. So yeah, it might be a little bit hard to give up some of that privacy, but it might be worthwhile to be able to spread out the stress instead of having it be all on one person. Maybe some people can help, and that will take some pressure off of other people. Well, but Christy, this is only a temporary setback in my health. I know that I'm going to be healthy soon. Alright, well, if you're one of those people who have an illness that's only going to last a couple of months, congratulations, you deserve to celebrate. That's so awesome. But if you're one of those people who, kind of like me at the very beginning, was like, oh, I'll get these treatment and hopefully this will help, but I don't know if it's going to, and I don't really see the light at the end of that tunnel yet because I still haven't seen it make me feel any better, well, it might be time to consider that your situation isn't as temporary as you thought it was going to be. And yeah, it kind of feels sucky to go, okay, I have to set up some sort of a permanent basis kind of support group and or things that can help me survive this illness, because I don't know when I'm going to be getting better. But on the whole, it can help significantly. Alright, Christy, I just don't want to impose my problems on other people. I get you, I hear you there, for sure. It's hard to ask people to come to your aid when you know that they've got their own things that they have to deal with too. Yeah, that's not as fun either. But I have some thoughts on that kind of have helped me sort of weed out good ways of going about it and bad ways of going about it, and I am still kind of guilty in a few of these areas, and I've been working on getting better at it. So here are some of the things that I've done to kind of make my burdens be less of a burden for other people. One thing you can do is, one thing that you should know is that a support group doesn't mean like it has to be free, like people asking people to come over and do something for you for nothing. I have, as part of my support group, a set of babysitters that I've lined up to help me during the day if my husband has to go somewhere and I'm the one that has to take care of Jessie. Well, I get a babysitter. They come over, they're here while I'm here. It's kind of weird, I know, but they are kind of the able body and I'm the director of sorts. And so when things need to happen, I let them do it. And Jesse is taken care of. He has lots of fun. He has his babysitters have become his friends. When they come over, he's like, my friend is here, and it's the best thing in the world. And they get paid. I pay them, and we're all happy with this arrangement, and it works out. So they're part of my support group. Another thing that you can think about is maybe asking some people who don't have a hard time telling you no. You know that when you talk to a yes person, they're going to say yes regardless of whether or not it can work for them. And the big problem with that is that they will wind up resenting you, even if they don't want to, and even if you don't want to, and even if they don't think they are going to, it's probably going to happen. So, you know, best to talk to somebody who's really good about saying, hey, I can't do that today, and being okay with that. It's actually kind of hard to find those people, but really look for them, because it will make it so that you feel like you're not imposing on people as much, because they will be able to tell you whether or not something is possible for them or not. Ask for the availabilities of the people that you talk to. For example, some people are going to be more available during the day, some people are going to be more available during the evening time, and there are some special people who are really, really lovely people who are willing to get up in the middle of the night for that emergency phone call and help you if that's necessary. Luckily for me, it's not as necessary for those things, but there have been times when I've needed support right away, and it's best to talk with somebody who, you know, if somebody needs more notice and if somebody needs less notice, it's best to find all of those things out before you call them up and before things happen. And write it down so that, say you're having a really bad day, you need some help right now, you can look at your emergency okay to call with short notice people, and that will sit better for those people than for somebody who needs more notice and feels like they can't help you, and that's sort of like a bad position to put them in. And then if you have something that you know is going to happen in a couple of days or in a week or two, you call up those people who need more notice, and they can help you and give the rest to the people who you don't need as much notice, kind of a thing. So you can spread out the need and the all of those things. Also, consider thanking the people who help you. Give them gifts for their helping hands. Send a note to them in the mail and let them know that you've really appreciated all of the work that they've gone to, and even give them a phone call to tell them thank you. All of those things will help the people who help you feel appreciated, and that's going to make it so that it doesn't feel as much of a burden when you call them. They're going to want to help you. Being friends with the people that help you is a good idea. And you should let me know all of the ways that you've found to help people understand how much you appreciate their help by thanking them. Let me know in the comments below, because I really, really want to know. If you found this video to be helpful to you in your life, please give it a thumbs up. A like really helps me out, gets me seen by more people. And if you did like it, subscribe so that you can see more of these videos. I plan to post every Saturday if possible, and the next video that I have coming up is going to be about, what is it going to be about? Oh, drawing boundaries and telling people no and being okay with that. Also, if you feel like this video has helped you or could help somebody in your life, please share it. And hopefully together with our powers combined, oh gosh, I'm such a nerd. Hopefully together we will not only survive our chronic illnesses, but also flourish. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.